And with the power of the editing, we just got into the second part straight away, which is just the chill part, where we
What chill
talk about stuff.
What's this now?
Yes, it is,
Okay.
is going right now. This is
Alright.
the most non-professional stuff we can do. So, we can just talk about stuff. Actually, before we started recording this, you said that you started playing WoW again?
Oh yeah, mate, I've been playing
Let's
WoW
talk
since
about
vanilla.
that.
I know.
Really? Damn it, I
Yeah.
jumped in Burning Crusade.
The original Foxdrop, the name Foxdrop was actually my first, like, one of my WoW characters. That was the
Was
first.
it because it was the Bloodhound gang thingy?
Yeah.
I remember that. I don't really remember the story anymore. I just know that connection.
Yeah, well, the story goes that when I was in the equivalent of high school, secondary school in England, my mate showed me a song by Bloodhound Gang called Foxtrot Uniform Charlie Kilo. It's a funny song, it's a good song. In the music video, there's like this banana car or something driving around. I don't know, I just thought it was funny, so I kind of wanted to name myself after the song, but I was an idiot. I was like 13 or whatever. I was an idiot, misheard it, and thought it was Foxdrop Uniform Charlie Kilo, not Foxtrot. So my name is actually me being an idiot form of...
But you kind of got an original name in the end, so...
Yeah, I know, it works out fine. It works out
guess
right.
there are worst names, especially those that use like numbers in their names, like especially when they use like the year they were born.
Yeah.
94.
Totally, yeah, I know exactly what you're saying. Those are the worst kind of people.
Jesus Christ.
Don't associate with those kind of people.
Yeah, I would avoid those. They are usually weird. Anyway, World of Warcraft though.
Yeah, I love WoW.
Were you playing all the time, like throughout vanilla till now?
Not really,
I guess
no.
there were some breaks, maybe throughout Draenor?
I mean, yeah, exactly. I mean, I was playing pretty much non-stop from, sadly, during my school years when I probably should have been doing other things.
I did the same, yeah.
Yeah, so throughout vanilla, throughout Burning Crusade, and then I stopped during Wrath of the Lich King at around like the Grand Tournament, which is right near the end. But I stopped around there, and then didn't really play much of Cataclysm. I played like right at the end for like a month
I did
or so.
pretty much the same, yeah.
Yeah, and then
I wasn't there for like Ulduar. I think I was there for the
yeah, no, I
Crusade.
was there for Ulduar actually. I think I stopped during Ulduar. Yeah, I think Ulduar came before the tournament. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I remember actually that's the only time I've ever got a server first. I got server first in
Oh,
Ulduar,
that's cool.
but
So you're like an elite raider then?
I was
Not
back then
anymore?
when I was like, yeah, not anymore though. Screw that noise. Nah, I can't. I did raid in WoD for the beginning part. For the first few months, I did. I quit halfway through like Blackrock Foundry, so the raiding was fine in WoD. It was
It
alright.
was really awesome. It was probably one of the best there ever was. It's a shame that the rest of the game kind of...
Yeah, the rest of it was kind of crap. But Legion
raiding
though.
was good. Legion though.
I'm not even 110 yet. I'm 109, and it's been really.
Oh
cool.
really? Oh. Like,
I haven't been playing that long, you know.
at
I've been
max
too busy.
level, there is so much to do. It's incredible. It is
Yeah.
insane.
I'm kind of looking forward to it. I don't know what I'd start with, honestly. I've been doing my profession quests. I really like the profession quests. I think
Oh
they're
yeah, they are actually fun, and I like how you can like level the recipes now, so
Yeah.
that you get special bonuses for just crafting stuff.
yeah, totally.
Like last night we got into raiding. We killed the first raid on normal. We are going through it on heroic right now.
Nice.
But the awesome thing that is there right now are the artifact weapons.
Yeah.
Because every single class has their own story for not only for each spec at the beginning, but every class has like really impactful campaign. So I leveled up my Demon Hunter just for the story, which the final chapter of that story is always amazing and always twists the entire story. And just for the sake of the story, I leveled up my Death Knight as well to max level. So just for the story, I don't do anything on him. I just leveled it.
Yeah, I mean, if you
story.
ever want to do one of these trivia things with WoW,
Mm-hmm.
I'll be down. Although, like, I know quite a lot about Warcraft lore, but
I know
having said that,
both. I know both League and WoW inside out.
okay,
Oh,
well,
Lord.
I don't know them inside out, but I know like I know a lot about it, about Warcraft lore specifically, but there's so much of it that I wouldn't know all of it. Like especially stuff that isn't in the games. Because the reason why I got into Warcraft lore was because I really liked Warcraft 3 when I was younger. So I played Warcraft 3, played the campaigns. I loved that. Started reading up on different things as well because I was like so engrossed with the stories. And then when I was playing WoW, like seeing characters that were in Warcraft 3 in WoW. I
Yeah,
love that.
remember that.
I love that stuff so much. It's
I
so
remember
cool.
seeing Lich King because he was my favorite. Arthas was
Yeah.
my favorite in Warcraft, and then
Yeah,
suddenly seeing
Arthur's
him,
story is
that
great.
was a
Kel'Thuzad
powerful
as well.
moment.
Like seeing him, Hillsbrad Foothills. Always the instance that was in Burning Crusade, the dungeon, right, where you travel back to
Oh yeah,
Hillsbrad to rescue
yeah.
Thrall. That was great. I like
That was
that
awesome.
because you could visit. What's that place called? South? No, it's not South Shore. Is it South Shore? It might be called South
Yeah,
Shore.
it is, yeah.
Yeah, you could visit like not part of the dungeon, but just like the town around the area, and you could see loads of different characters that are in the game now, but it like all
And
those years
and
ago.
in the dungeon there was at the very bottom there was a harbor. I think it's I don't know what it's called. There was a harbor, and that when you went into the inn, you could see the Ashbringer being forged. I remember
Yeah,
that. It is there in the
yeah.
dungeon.
I think that's the thing I'm talking about. You can see.
Like the shadowy crystal, and like the priests were around casting smite on it. I remember
Yeah,
that, and they were purging the crystal for the Ashbringer. Such an awesome
it
dungeon.
was great. It was great. You can actually see Kel'Thuzad just walking around as a human before he
And
turned
yeah,
into
and
this.
even better
Sorry.
than that was probably Stradholm, the culling of
Yeah,
Stradholm.
yeah.
That
That
was
was always weird.
awesome.
Yeah,
And was that in
that was
Wrath of the
in
Lich King as
vanilla.
well? No,
Ooh.
I mean
Oh, the
Stradholm.
culling.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think. Ooh, I don't know what that was in. I
Because
think that
that
may have
was
been
an
Wrath. Yeah,
amazing dungeon. I really enjoyed that one. I think that was Wrath.
I think it was because I seem to remember.
Yeah, it must have been because in Cataclysm they returned like the Scarlet Monastery and what's it called? Not Death Mines. Or is it Death Mines? Dead Mines.
Dead Mines. Yeah,
Yeah, Dead Mines and Scarlet Monastery, and those two they returned them as dungeons. So I think before that was the time walking stuff. I guess.
yeah, yeah. Quite possibly. Yeah, yeah. I remember if you did it in a certain time, or I'm not sure if it was a certain time or whether you just had to kill a certain mob or
Yeah,
something.
it
I'm
was in
not
certain
sure.
time, and you got the mount.
You
You
got
got
the
the Bronze Drake.
bronze Drake. Yeah,
Oh, I remember that.
yeah. No,
And
that was.
that was kind of the expansion when the lore like skyrocketed, because there was the famous, what's it called, Wrathgate cinematic
Yeah,
was implemented.
that's
And
crazy, man. That stuff is like. I was just like, really? I mean, and then I'm not even sure who it is. I don't think it's Mal'Ganis. I don't think it's Mal'Ganis. Was it Varimathras?
Varimathras, yeah,
Varimathras, yeah. I remember playing through him in the Warcraft 3 campaign where there are three brothers, and then
yeah,
Varimathras is forced to kill one of his brothers.
yeah, yeah.
Which in Dreadlord culture, if
Mhm.
you kill another Dreadlord, you're donezo. You're
Yeah.
out. You know, you're out of it. But apparently, I mean, that always made me raise my eyebrow a little bit because, like, wait,
And
you killed your brother, like you're out, but
yeah,
apparently you didn't really kill his brother, and he's been plotting the whole time and whatever. So
did you play the like the pre-quest before Legion when you went to the Broken Shore? I guess you had to. When you it's
is
like
this
the
with Barry?
scenario. Yeah. With Barry.
Yeah. That's the beginning. Yeah, that I was like, really again?
Yeah, like if
Like, how
you
does that happen?
if you play, it was by the way, I guess it's spoilers kind of, but it's amazing that
Well,
they are
it
just
depends. Don't.
killing stuff left and
Yeah,
right.
yeah. No, that was cool. Feeling like you're part of an army was great. And like being alongside. I've only done that on Alliance. I've not done that in Horde, and don't spoil things for me because I kind of want to see how it rivals out. But
I
it's
am a Horde player. It's like nothing really changes.
well, just in general, just like I don't know how much the story in general of Legion has planned out. But...
pretty much nothing, really nothing.
Oh, okay, I was gonna say because that's the thing that I'm just confused
Maybe
about.
a bit of Stormheim, but it's like really tiny pieces, like nothing really important.
Well, I've done all of Stormheim, so
Yeah.
there's that. But yeah. You find her again. Sylvanas is trying to like subdue one of like the Valkyries.
Yeah, the
Something.
Hersha, is it
Yeah,
called?
something like that.
Something like that. Yeah, and she's like the queen of. That's actually a really cool quest line. That
Yeah,
just a storyline that like I'm not going. This is really not spoilers at all because the horde side does nothing with Sylvanas at all. Like at the start, she's like, you have to go after the shield in the dungeon, but I'll do my own stuff. And so at the beginning, she just runs off, and at the end, she's there with Greymane.
Yeah.
And that's it. You have no idea what she did.
That's the thing that
she like suddenly has the lamp. I have no idea what she did.
Yeah, I don't know what that.
No idea
about.
where she got it. We don't know either.
Yeah, that's the confusing thing for me. What I want to find out is that she's now technically the chieftain of the Horde, right?
She is, yeah. She is.
Yeah. So and like if she's like the big leader of a whole faction of like, you know, but she, in my opinion, she's being set up as like the big antagonist for the whole well, not the whole expansion, but you know what I mean? Like she's being put up as like not necessarily like one side of the player base, like the leader of one side, as in the enemy, just because she's, you know, the leader of the people you don't like.
I would love to go like deeper into this, but I have no idea if you've seen it, because I have no idea if the
I know
players experience it. At the Broken Shore,
yeah,
is there anything at all with Horde, with like the leaders of the Horde? Is there?
Well,
anything...
what happens is we're setting an attack like at the front, and then Sylvanas is setting up like either the flank or covering us, and then she runs away and leaves us to die, and then Variant dies.
And that's all you know? Nothing else about the Horde at all?
Pretty much nothing else, yeah.
So you have no idea why she's the war chief then?
Not really. I know that obviously,
because that's quite a huge plot twist.
Wait, does that happen in Legion or before? That must happen before, right?
It is at the Broken Shore, so it's like the pre-quest to Legion.
Oh, right. She becomes war chief at the Broken Shore.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I don't know why that is, but if that
there is a pretty huge plot twist.
Well, wasn't Vol'jin the war chief after Garrosh?
That's the thing. That's the thing. You absolutely have to play. Either just look up the cinematic, because nothing changes for Horde. Just look up the Horde cinematics for that.
So look up the Broken
Shore Horde side, yeah. Because nothing else changes. It's exactly the same, just the cinematics are different. And it's quite a huge twist.
Oh, wait, so... Okay.
Because Vol'jin is not the leader anymore.
Yeah, I'm wondering... Okay, I'll look that up.
So I guess you have not done the world quest then, because those are amazing.
No,
also, there is a fishing artifact that you can get.
I've seen that. I don't know how you go about getting that,
cool.
though. How do you get that? Do you just randomly fish it up?
You need 800 fishing skill.
Right.
And there is an achievement to fish up every rare fish from the waters. There are, because the fishing here is totally different.
Yeah, I've done some fishing. It's cool.
If you like catch up, I think it's in Stormheim. If you start fishing in Stormheim, you catch like a little bait that you put on your fishing pole, and then you catch something else, and then that can will make you to catch the rare fish.
Yeah. Is the rare fish the ones that you throw back for 5?
Yes, those.
I've got like 3 different types of those.
I think there's 3 per zone. And once you catch all 3, it's like 1 of each. Then you'll just get a quest. And there is like, that's the thing. Everything now has quests. It's always 3 rare fish in each zone.
So if you catch all the rare fish in one zone, you'll get a quest.
You can't catch them in one zone. You need. You have like in Stormheim you have 3, in High Mountain you have 3 different, in Valshara, and once you catch like these, I don't know how many, like 20 something in total, 21.
Then you get the quest.
Then you get the quest, and that's the thing. Like everything has quests.
Yeah, I love that.
Which means everything has story, and it's so cool.
Yeah, I've really enjoyed the mining and blacksmithing ones. Actually, it's really interesting. This is the only expansion where I've been reading the quest lines, like the quest text.
Yeah, and you don't even have to most of the time, because everything is now dubbed. Like everything has voiceover.
That's also true.
That's so awesome.
Yeah, it's really cool. It's like the only thing I'm kind of, my only hesitancy about it is that leveling up alts might be a huge pain in the ass, just because the art
kinda is. Well, I don't really level up alts to like raid on them.
Yeah.
So I don't really care about that, but even the leveling up to 100 is kind of painful, because you need to go through all the zones to get to level 110 pretty much.
110, yeah. Well, for me, because I got so much rested experience from being, being level 100 in WoD. I've done Stormheim, Azuna, and I finished the main story in Azuna, but I've got like one or two quests things to tail up, and I'm like 109 and 2/3. You know, like I'm really close to 110. I've only done 2 zones, but
you need to finish up all the zones though for the rep, because that unlocks the world quests, which are amazing.
I was gonna say I'm pretty sure like there's so many storylines and the pillars of creation stuff. I was thinking like, wait, I'm gonna need to get all these, aren't I? Even if I'm not leveling, I'm gonna need to do all these bloody quests. So yeah, I guess I shouldn't. I've been trying to do like proper completionists, like have finished everything in this zone, finish everything in this zone.
I did.
But I should just do the like main. Well, they're pretty much all the quests anyway, but the main storylines in each zone, and then.
And also, it's so awesome how they hide all the treasures in the zones. Like, did you go up the in Stormheim? There is the big statue of the guy with the axe, like the giant.
Oh yeah, that was so.
Like the giant go up the spiral. Yeah, you had to go up. It's like so 3 minutes of running.
Yeah. Yeah, when that happened, I was like, holy crap! Like that's just something you would never find in other games where they just put something that epic in just for a little treasure chest at the top, and it's just like, yeah, that to me, that there's those little attentions to detail are really. I was like, holy crap, this is such a good expansion, because it just felt really, really cool to do that stuff. And I love that.
It is so awesome that Blizzard managed to put in things that people just can't data mine. Like each weapon has like a secret hidden artifact skin. Most of the classes have no idea how to get them. No idea. There are like.
Doesn't it say when you hover over the?
No, it doesn't. You can't even see the skin. That's the thing. You don't even know how it looks like. I mean, until you either look it up or.
So they data mine the fact that there is a skin, but no one knows how to do it.
They data mine the skin. They have no idea how to get it, and that's like it is so crazy to do some of them. For example. Well, it's not about the artifact, but there is a mount that they hit so incredibly well. If you go to the Broken Shore now, you know, that's the place where we did the quest at the very beginning. You know, the island is like right next to the big zone. If you go there, there is just a bunch of elite demons that will one-shot you pretty much. But there is, if you remember Drekthar from Warcraft 3, he was like a warlock. He was...
Wait, Drekthar.
Oh, no, it was Drakthul. Sorry, Drakthul.
Drakthul. Okay, I was gonna say Drekthar. Wasn't he like the leader of the? Yeah. In Altric Valley, Drekthul. How do I spell that? Okay, Drekthul. Just came up anyway. Was this guy from Warcraft 3?
Warcraft 3. Yeah, he was there definitely.
Right. Anyway, so yeah,
Drekthul. And he, if you go to him, next to him he will have a table. And on that table there will be pebbles, little stones, like spread across the table. Someone figured out that those stones are markings on the map of the Broken Isles, and when they went to these places, they found very hidden orbs. And once you click all these orbs, it will spawn a world boss that will drop like a tentacle mount. And it is so insane because someone had to, first of all, figure out that those pebbles are map, which it doesn't look like a map at all. And then when you go to these places, it is always in a cavern, but that cavern is like hidden inside like a tree. Like you have to go through incredibly huge bush, and there's like a tiny little hole that you have to go through. You would never see that unless you would like blindly run into walls. And you have to click on all these orbs, and sometimes you even have to swim away from the world map, like out of bounds, and then there's like a little cave underwater, and in that cave underwater there is a wrecked ship, and in that wrecked ship there is a hidden orb in like a cabinet. It is so well hidden, I have no idea how people figured it out.
Yeah.
And they have, and even the artifact skins and everything like that, like the mystery of World of Warcraft is back, and I have no idea how they managed to do it so that they
that's how you feel like. See, that the mystery of WoW was something which I really experienced when it was vanilla, but I'm not, a lot of that is probably nostalgia, but I think that's just when the game was so much smaller that people, all the resources that you have nowadays, like Wowhead and whatever, weren't around because no one, WoW wasn't a big game, so they didn't have all these resources out. And you know, so nowadays you just look something up, boom, there's your answer. You know, everyone knows the answer to everything, because you know, back in the day, you didn't have that. It was available, but you didn't have it because it was a fresh game, it was a new game, whatever. But it's not. You kind of think that that's something you can't get back because it only existed because the game was in a certain state that it's never going to be in again, i.e., tiny
Yeah,
and
and people even had to figure out how to data mine the game. That's the thing.
yeah,
Once they cracked
as
that,
well.
they could figure out. They could find out about anything. I just remembered Thoughtbot that I was looking up every single quest on that.
Thoughtbot, that was like the
Oh,
old school
wow.
Wowhead, right?
Oh wow. That
Yeah,
was
really
amazing.
Thoughtbot.
But yeah, like I'm trying to remember what kind of amazing hidden artifacts there are that people know about. What class do you actually play?
Warrior.
Yeah, there is Arms Warrior. No one figured it out yet. No one. I don't think
For
people even
what?
figure out any of them. Only the protections hidden skin. Because for Arms Warrior, you have to find what's his name? Sorfang. Was Sorfang in the Alliance part?
Southang's a Horde guy. He wasn't with the
Yeah,
Alliance.
he was. But I know
Was
it
he?
is Sorfang on both sides. Because when you started the quests as a warrior, there must have been some kind of alliance guy that like followed you on a griffin and then you dropped to the Vikings, right?
What quest is this?
At the very beginning of the Warcraft, of the warrior quests.
Yeah, and then you die, right? And that's how you're introduced
And
to...
there was a guy with you, and he definitely did exactly the same as Sorfang. He just dropped from his griffin. He was shot down. And
That was great. That was Greymane in for the Alliance.
How was it then?
Getting Greymane flies you there, yeah.
Yeah, and for Horde it's Sorfang, and on either side you have to find Sorfang somewhere in the world. No one has any idea where he is. You just have to find him, and he will give you a special skin for your weapon. It is so awesome.
Once everyone's found him, it's easy. You just walk up to him and
yeah, it is. But that's the mystery. Like everyone is trying to find all these different skins now, and just everyone is doing such crazy stuff just to crack it open. It is so amazing.
It's ridiculous that in such a finite landscape that Broken Isles are pretty small to see as far as
it is small. It is really small actually.
And so how many millions of players play WoW, especially as Legion's just launched and with the hype it's getting, and people still haven't found. It's crazy that something can even say.
Yeah, and it was even on the beta and stuff like that, and still no one had
really.
Any idea.
Yeah, that's even more impressive then.
Well, then, do we have anything else that we could talk about?
No, I mean I'm kind of itching to go play WoW now. To be honest, I wanna go and get that stuff.
Are you actually excited for Worlds?
Worlds, yes, because I just it's exciting in itself, and especially when Western teams are hyped to do well, then it's more exciting. Last year it was all about EU with Fnatic, and Origin surprised, but like the hype was about Fnatic. This year the hype's about TSM actually. So
this year I have no idea. I have not really watched the pro scene, so I have no idea what to expect.
Well, apparently TSM are like looking like top 3 in the world right now. That's what they say.
They might actually rise finally.
They might be able to do it, and they're also saying that Cloud9, G2, and H2K are looking like they might surprise people. And G2 actually, people are really hyping G2's bot lane, Zvenamithi. They're saying they're the best bot lane in the West, not in the world, but in the West they are. So that's pretty cool. And then, yeah, it's honestly there's only like a few. The bottom seeds for NA and EU are both not looking like they do too much, but like that's COG and Splice. But outside of that, it's looking like West could really put up a good show, and that's really exciting because most years.
Wasn't it last year though that like there was a huge twist and no one had any idea how it's going to. Like,
last year the Chinese teams completely shut the bed. They sucked.
Yeah.
When everyone was predicting them to be like, and also the EU teams actually managed to beat the Korean teams sometimes. Like America, NA did really well on the first day of groups, and then went like 1-11 or something the second day or something like that. But yeah, Fnatic and Origin both went to the semi-finals, and I think the biggest thing about the differences, in my opinion, between this year and last year is that last year everyone was looking at every single Korean team and thinking these guys are really good. I think the final was actually the number 1. I'm not actually sure how it went, but I think the finals was the number 1 Korean seed versus the number 3 Korean seed.
I think it was.
Yeah, I know it was two Koreans, but I don't know whether it was number one and number two or number one and number three.
Hmm.
But either way, like every single Korean seed just was really good. And I only think the second Korean seed, I don't know if this is true or not, but I think the second Korean seed only went out because they faced the first Korean seed in the quarters or something like that, right? Or the third, it might have been. I'm not sure. But yeah, it was like, yeah. So it was yeah. The Korean show last year, as it always is, really. But this year, it's actually looking to be more. But that's what I'm really looking forward to seeing is that how the West actually looks like they might be able to put up a showing and at least make it competitive this year, you know.
You see, I'm listening to your opinions because I still have time to check my pick'ems, so you know, on the website. So
yeah,
and I put all the Koreans up, so I guess I can change that still.
Well, I mean, they're still Korean teams. They're still gonna whip it out, you know. It's still a pretty safe bet. But apparently, I think it's EDG. EDG, like the top three teams are looking like Rocks Tigers, number one Korean team, number two EDG from China, and then actually TSM number three. That's what they're saying. But SKT is still really good. Samsung Galaxy is another Korean seed, but they're a really big wild card. They kind of sucked until, and then like Cloud9 did a heroic gauntlet run last year to make World.
Yeah.
Samsung kind of did the same. So no one really knows how they'll perform. But you know, SKT have had some real problems, but that's still SKT. But Rocks are just looking really good. So
I'm kind of glad that I put TSM up because I did it every year because back in season 1 I remember I had no idea what these teams were, so I was like, I'll go for Fnatic, and NA I'll go for TSM, and Fnatic won, so I was glad that I was actually cheering for them. I remember those good old times.
Fnatic aren't even in this year, which is crazy. Both Origin and Fnatic.
Shushay, do you remember Shushay?
Yeah, of course.
Where is he now? Like
he did completely vanish pretty much. He got replaced from Fnatic like a year after they won Worlds. Then he created his own team called Dragonborns, which was in the first.
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah.
I remember that.
He was on that, but he wasn't really anything special. They got knocked out. Then he started playing in a different Polish team, and obviously he's not been able to do anything since. So, yeah, that was that. Really, it's weird how someone who was honestly seen as a god when he won.
Yeah, he was. I remember because he played really unusual champions mid as well.
Yeah.
Because he played Alistar AP and. It was Gragas AP.
Yeah, his Gragas is what he was famous for. His Gragas,
Gragas and Alistar, I remember those.
Yeah,
and in season 2, he tried to do the exact same thing, and he tried to pick weird stuff that worked mid, and he picked AP Maokai, and it kind of worked. I remember that. And then he kind of
nowadays it's just like you pick from one of like 3 or 4 champions in each role.
Yeah. Well. My last 2 questions were, well, one of them was that it may be insane that you're playing League all the time, because I don't actually know what other games you play, so my question was what other games you play.
I don't play League that much, right? Like, I only play League when I'm streaming or getting like footage or something for a video. I haven't played League just for fun by myself in so long. Sometimes I play with friends, but I really don't just play League casually anymore. Like but I've been playing a bit of Overwatch, bit of that. I've only recently got to that. Yeah, a bit of that. That's cool. You pick it up for like a game or two, and I just put it down again. You know.
It's really quick. It's as they said for Dominion, it's fast and fun.
Yeah, but this one is actually fun. You know, so it's that. But WoW mostly now. Like, I've just been playing a crap ton of WoW recently. That is awesome. I've been playing so much WoW.
Here's a fun fact. Because I do lore videos, I don't have to play the game, so it is quite hard for me to burn out on League because I don't have to play.
As long as you as long as you're a lore nerd, which you sound like you are, then you're sweet.
And I haven't played League in 5 months, and today I've played my first ARAM after 5 months, and I watched my awesome elo, and I DK'd to Gold 1. So.
What were you before?
I wear Diamond 5, so but I'm like, I don't really care about the rewards anyway, so
yeah, I know.
And my last question was, how's your anxiety doing?
Yeah,
weird one, but you know.
Yeah, I mean, I'm like, I don't know. I've been doing a lot better actually, but I haven't really had any big tests for it. I went to an event like a few weeks ago called League Fest, which was part of Insomnia, and
Insomnia was
yeah, part of
I'm
that. And
I'm so just mad that I didn't go there because it seemed like everyone was
it
having such a
was,
good time.
it was good. You should come next time. It was good, and I had a lot of fun there. That was something which I was quite nervous about beforehand, but I stayed over like 3 or 4 days, which is quite a lot for me, and I managed to do it. So that was good.
That's
But
good, yeah.
it's good honestly. I'm thinking about it, and I'm thinking I'm better off now than I was, and a lot of that is due to I'm being more social, like meeting up with friends more
Mm.
and doing more things. So I'm not stuck in my own little prison, you know.
Yeah,
So
I got the exact opposite like throughout the last year because I've been making videos on YouTube for 7 years now, and like was a couple of months ago I released a video that had like every single video I ever released throughout the 7 years, and
holy
I
shit.
realized that I did all of that alone, and it kind of like bit me that like I never really had the chance to talk to anyone about like what I was making, and it kind of like started dropping on me that I really should go to these events and try to
Yeah,
socialize a bit more.
yeah, why not? I mean, I don't want to say ashamed, but I guess kind of ashamed of even being a gamer when I was like 15, 16. I just hid it from everyone. But now I just, it's just, it is what it is. I'm too old to care anymore. I'm too old to, I mean, I'm 23, I'm not like old, but
Well,
I'm
I
not a
think the gaming
teenager anymore.
changed in general, isn't
Yeah,
like it is basically, someone reads books, someone watches TV, I guess, or movies, and someone plays games. It's just a hobby, really.
yeah, no, I totally agree. I think not a lot of people see it that way. People who are like rag on people for playing games. It's like
And I
you
have no idea
watch
why,
TV for like
because
5 hours.
yeah,
You sit in front of the TV and just watch Desperate Housewives endlessly.
because it's just entertainment, and as
Yeah,
long as someone likes doing something for entertainment, why
and it
would
doesn't harm
you
anyone else.
yeah, why
And
would
you
you
could
tell him not to
argue
do it?
gaming is kind of better. You could argue it has the bonus of it being, depending on what you play, quite social as well. Like sit here and play with friends. You
Yeah,
hang out
yeah,
with
you
friends
can
and play with
absolutely.
them. So it's much more. It's actually,
I would
for
say
me,
it is more social, and
yeah,
like people started realizing that, and before it was a huge issue, because before that, I don't think that there were that many games that would force you into socializing with other people. And
yeah,
now that like MMOs and multiplayer games got on, I think suddenly it's way better than it was.
definitely.
And with that awesome high note, I think we will end this. So thank you for joining me,
No problem.
and do you have any fancy stuff to say? Because I never have know how to end my videos.
Yeah, no, same.
Uh,
I don't know. Just thanks for inviting me to do your cool trivia. That was cool, and just hanging out and talking. That was fun as well. I can't wait to go and play WoW. So, if my goodbye seems a little rushed, it's because I've got
level
champ
110.
Come on, get on that.
Alright, so
So
I guess I'll let you play that. So bye everyone, and see you in the next one. Thank you, come again, and that's it.